I wanted to kind of change things up and just do something random and not always be in the same spot and everything. Especially since I've got my new camera, I really need to be using it. I got it for Christmas and I haven't really used it since then, very much. So, today's video is going to be a little bit more real and really raw and vulnerable, but I feel like it's important to show the ups and downs of being an author, which includes showing the down times, because there's probably a lot of other authors who are going through the same thing. It may encourage somebody to actually hear about somebody else going through some struggles and maybe encourage them with anything that they may be going through. So, long story short, I was at a very down point this last week or two, and it all started when I basically started doing my Kickstarter. And for a little bit of brief background, my Kickstarter was basically, I really wanted to get scenes painted from the Valiant series, and I just wanted to get the whole series, you know, finished scenes painted from the rest of it. And I calculated it would have been 65 scenes at $15 a piece, so that was like $9.75 or something like that. So I had to raise about $1,500 to include the rewards and Kickstarter fees, and it wasn't going well. I was promoting the heck out of this thing, and I promoted it actually even harder than I have some of my book releases before, and I got like maybe 4 or 5 people to pledge last time I checked. And I was obsessed with this for like a week. I would like check it morning and night and several times throughout the day, and I would see there were more pledges, and I would promote, and I was like obsessive, constantly thinking about it, constantly wondering if I had any new... Okay, so my camera died, so we're gonna improvise, and this is gonna be kind of a lower quality video because I'm just filming on my phone as I walk around, so hopefully this is gonna be okay. But to continue, I was stressing to where I was like wondering whether I was going to be able to make the Kickstarter and meet my goal, and it was starting to really, really stress me out. So I prayed and prayed and prayed, asking God to help me meet my goal, and I would pray every day, I would stress every day, and it was like starting to become depressing. At the same time, sometimes when things happen that upset me or stress me out, I get negative about everything. So this went from me stressing about my Kickstarter to looking at my book sales or lack thereof, and like feeling like I was a failure as an author and like I wasn't making book sales. I was comparing myself to other authors who were more successful. I was just thinking about how bad my writing must be for people to not want to read my stories or support my stories, and like I was doing all kinds of research about how to promote your Kickstarter, and I just felt like a total failure. And it grew to where, I'm sorry that I'm panting, I am a very non-active person, so in this trying to be active thing is exhausting for me because I'm very lazy. But this literally went from me being discouraged about my Kickstarter to me being depressed about my writing and my career and wanting to just completely give up. So during all of this, I had posted, I can't remember exactly what the post was about, but it was like about my books and like something about my book sales and like why my book sales were down and something like that. And I started getting feedback from people that the covers needed work. So I posted about my covers, asking for like feedback, like honest, like what is your honest opinion? What do these covers look like? Do they attract you? Is this literally what's holding me back? Is this what's causing my book sales, kind of thing? And the feedback was, yeah, they're good covers. They're decent covers, but they're not great. And they're not gonna be eye-catching. They're not amazing. You need to work on them. And I was getting all kinds of feedback, which was very constructive. Like, hey, fix this, and just all kinds of advice on them. In a normal state, that would have been fine. And people were very respectful, and I appreciate all of the feedback that I got. So shout out to Realm Makers Consortium for how good and great their feedback has been and how great their support has been. So, but this is me being depressed and discouraged and wanting to give up writing. That was my mindset when I read this stuff. Needless to say, it made things worse. And I was literally like, fine, that's it. I'm not making it as an author. This was my entire focus and career. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, but that's it. I'm done. I can't do this. So I was ready to like be completely and totally defeated because I didn't have the money to redo covers for 17 books in the Valiant series, and that's not even including like the 10 short stories and all the companion books along the way, and I don't have money for it. So especially I can't even get people to commit or to pledge to this Kickstarter, right? So when I couldn't even get money for that, how am I supposed to get money to have people help me with my book cover? And so I was ready to give up, like that's it, I'm done. So I had people sending me messages on Facebook from the Realm Makers Consortium group. They had seen my posts. They were giving me feedback. They were giving me marketing strategies. They were giving me advice. They were giving me suggestions. And then I had 2 people volunteer to do the covers for me at no cost. I had some other people who were saying that they were cover designers and they'd be willing to work with me and work something out. But 2 people, 2 very, very special people, offered to help. And I'm not going to share too many details because some of the conversations were super private, but all I can say is that they meant more than words can explain, more than words can really express to me. And one of the conversations that I had with one of them in particular was led by the Lord. And she felt led by the Lord, and I had prayed about this, and it was God's answer to me, I feel like. And the positive response has been absolutely overwhelming to me. It literally lifted me up out of this discouraged pit that I was in and gave me the encouragement and inspiration to keep going and not to give up. And I let it actually, like, one person in private messaged me and gave me the advice of, hey, maybe instead of doing your Kickstarter for painted scenes, which is not going to help you much marketing, like it's not going to give you sales, put that money toward making covers. I had another person offer to help me with marketing strategies, and we literally just got to talking marketing and kind of a marketing plan. And another person was willing to help me with the Kickstarter for my covers if I wanted to do that. I offered to do a Kickstarter to raise the money to help pay for the covers from these 2 people. I talked to my main designer and she was willing to do it on a massive discount for me. So the response has been overwhelmingly positive from the indie author community. So encouraging and uplifting, especially from Realm Makers Consortium. And I'm so grateful. I can't even express how grateful I am to everyone who commented, who gave me feedback, who critiqued, who messaged me, and then took time out of their day to message me and to help me. Some of these conversations I had with people were very, very long, lengthy conversations, and it took me a lot of time to respond to everything. So by the time that I sent a message or they sent a message, the messages were like very, very long, and they took all this time to talk things out with me. And it wasn't just 1 or 2 people, I had 4, 5, 6 people talking with me about different conversations. So I just wanted to do this video this week, different, and just as a huge thank you to the indie author community. And I guess it's because a lot of us understand the struggle of being an author, that it's not easy. Like, you pour your heart and soul into a book for years sometimes, and then you put it for sale for 99 cents. You get 33 cents out of it, and you make 1 sale, sometimes not even that. And it can be really thankless. It can be really discouraging sometimes, and you feel like you want to give up. Like, what's the point of me being an author? And so it just really felt so encouraging and uplifting to hear people, to read these messages and hear them encouraging me to keep going and not to give up, and to not give up, and to help me to do my covers for free. Like, I'm obviously going to make sure that they get money for their work. And I'm just so excited and everything. So I wanted this to be a special thank you to the indie author community and to the Realm Makers Consortium group on Facebook. So shout out to all of you guys. Links are in the description below. If you're an indie author who is not a part of that group, especially if you write science fiction and fantasy, join it. It is the best group for feedback, for help and advice. And even if you're just feeling discouraged, post there and you will get so much help and feedback and encouragement. And of course, obviously post and answer other people's questions and help them out, because you know, give what you want to get, basically. And I specifically want to shout out the people who messaged me. You know who you are. Huge shout out to Joanna Ruth Alonzo and to Stephanie Ayers, who basically just decided to help me for no reason, for free, for nothing in it for them. I didn't tell them I was going to be shouting them out, but I'm shouting them out. And I don't know if Joanna's an author. I don't know her as well as I'm familiar with Stephanie. But Stephanie, their links, if I can find them, are in the description below. If I couldn't, and I apologize. But especially the link for Stephanie's stuff. She's a really good author. I think she's an international best-selling author as well. And so God bless you guys, and God bless the indie author community. God bless Realm Makers Consortium and everybody who messaged me, even if I didn't shout you out personally. Trust me, it helped me and it encouraged me. I was able to let go of the Kickstarter, and I'm going to cancel it, but I'm happily doing that, and I'm going to put that money towards something that I need, which means I'm going to put that money toward redoing the Valiant covers because they need to be redone, and I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to keep going and keep going in the direction that God wants me to go. And I want to thank every single person who encouraged me and helped me get through these last couple really tough 2 weeks. So I hope that seeing somebody else's struggle and knowing that, you know, there are people out there who are going through the same thing. There are authors who understand the struggle. You're not alone. Please keep going. Please don't give up. Keep fighting, keep writing, keep publishing, keep marketing, keep doing what you're doing, and do what you're called to do and what you feel like your passion is, what your goal in life and like what your purpose is. Don't ever, ever, ever give up. So God bless you guys. Like this video, please share it around to encourage other indie authors, because we all need to stick together and kind of encourage each other, because it's really hard to be an indie author. So please share this around, and also please subscribe for more writing and reading videos every Monday.